It was gonna be a surprise, but you took so long. The storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean? It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. Welcome to Beacon Pines. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Alright. We're in her room.
Luka squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum?
Luka adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days.
Luka wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. That's right, Luka. Anything? The radio? Oh, wow. Rolo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Ooh, I wonder if that will be useful. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Filled it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luka flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw, shucks. Flowers.
Luka bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers.
Maybe before she moved.
Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Ooh.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Was this from your old school? Most recent one? Yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they were really trying to feel good about themselves, they'd do both. So, you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. Luka, can I ask you something? Of course. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like even when people are around? Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luka took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
This getting real. I know the feeling. How do you deal with it? I guess I haven't yet. One thing my dad told me when I was little: don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. The things are gonna change.
Luka let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa, let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Ah!
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow, I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Ooh. Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rolo at the festival. Sounds good, Luka. Don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luka a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5, Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue.
Friendly Feud.
The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luka felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rolo.
Uh-oh. Is that gonna be the Friendly Feud?
But it's not like this changed anything. Rolo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luka told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Rolo not gonna take it as well. I'm guessing. Catch up with Rolo at the treehouse. Let's go to the treehouse. Oh, it's Dawn. What's up, Dawn? Hey, Dawn. Tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar? How? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The documents stipulated the Harris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo. So Eris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains the way Eris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luka. Okay, Dawn. See ya. And it's dark AF at nighttime. I wonder if Rolo's gonna be angry too, how late we are. It did rain. He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Oh. Heavens. This is no time for fractured friendships? That is true. No. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to. You all decided? Guessing that's something he doesn't want? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. Considering they might be kind of robotic, so deciding is not a good thing for them. We are all here at the perennial harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good. Then it's decided. Yes, sir. We'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Oh boy. Did Luka overhear that? No really respond from him on that part. Let's do a quick check here. Any new bait? Yes. Pungent.
Luka wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
Alright. What will we get this time? Let's go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. We're getting there. What's that? A pocket watch? Property of Sharper Valentine. Oh yeah, we're pulling stuff up. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. That man's got a contentious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. Treehouse was this way, right? Yes. Rolo, are you still up there? I'm sorry. Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Yeah, come back never.
Luka had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times.
No, he's angry.
And it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rolo scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried. So I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house. You weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luka. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, the storm rolled in out of nowhere. And I got stuck after dinner at Beck's.
Luka stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Oh, Rolo, come on, bro. Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you. You were off making new friends. It's not like that, Rolo. You know? While I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise. But you took so long. The storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luka became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
Rolo. It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. That's not it, Rolo. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word, 'cause that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your gran doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want, and you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I choose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rolo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa's right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luka. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around.
The words hung in the cold night air.
Oh, Rolo.
Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line.
Yeah.
But it was too late.
Luka, Good night, Rolo. I know he waited all day and for us to show up and stuff, but that's not the way to go. Oh, well, we're automatically home. What bed? What's in there?
Luka dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Soccer ball? Anything else? Rolo. Oh. What a jerk. Any more? call me a bad friend. Oh, I'm Rolo. Look at me and my amazing family. Kicking the soccer ball around. Is that it? Just keep going? Or Gran's gonna get angry for kicking the ball around. Rolo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him. He can shove it. Bedtime? Nay. Oh, wait. Didn't know I could do that. Is there any other hidden secrets? There's nothing with the ball, is there? Like, keep going for a certain number of times, I wonder. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Sadness. Luka?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luka, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luka just wanted to be alone.
Gran cares.
He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Fair enough, though. Alright, Luka. Let's get up, bud. Oh! I missed that first dialogue. He's gonna be miserable. It might have been something about Rolo. I apologize.
Luka dozed off again.
Well, he went back to sleep. Luka? I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rolo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. You decide to end your pity party and go outside? I think it would do you some good. Noted.
Luka still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rolo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. Oh, what's that? No. Doesn't look like he's just asleep anymore. What? Oh, maybe to hit the soccer ball there? That looks pretty good. Let's get this angle. There we go. Okay, what's this book? Like a photo album?
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
Or comic. The complete first volume.
Luka carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rolo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rolo cherished it, but asked that Luka keep it at his house. Luka wasn't sure if it was because Rolo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luka's more often. Whatever the reason, Luka didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rolo had stashed it ever since.
You never read it?
Now, at the foot of his bed, Luka lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luka? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Mowell. She said you met yesterday? What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rolo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luka had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all, and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luka stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad? Where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source? Luka's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit.
Oh boy.
The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luka held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame, see? Luka peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself.
Oh, that's lovely. A cold
Tiny
fire?
buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame.
Is he having, like, possible premonition, maybe?
Luka could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luka leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Luka's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp.
Who's in that suit?
A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luka's own face looked back at him.
Ew.
Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Luka staggered back. You aren't me. Luka felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him.
Fight it, Luka.
Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luka watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luka watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luka felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luka woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Gran? Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luka rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? That's good. Whatever you and Rolo fought about doesn't matter. But
Gran silenced Luka with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. And did you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Oh, we have a counterpart to refuse. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rolo, doesn't it?
Luka gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. Alright. She's showing a bit more care than before, pretty much. I love you, Luka. Love you too.
Luka took a deep breath. Chapter 6.
Oh, so I'm pretty sure chapter 6 is the furthest we've been.
Through thick and thin. Despite Luka's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rolo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luka emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rolo.
We're all in this together. Sorry, that popped up in my head during that. Oop. I actually did not mean to go back in, but... No. He stood... Gran! You're letting Luka cause all this destruction. Let's head to the festival. Ooh. There you are. Luka. Rolo wanted me to tell you something. What is
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If you're be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luka. My goofy little brother wants you to find him.
Luka looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. Hey gremlins, if you're loving my content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Your support helps me keep creating more content for you all. And don't forget to share and leave a comment too. Let's grow this community together. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on being you.